Welcome to Cooking with the Smiths. Today we are going to make a Grand Marnier chocolate cake. This is a very easy, elegant dessert. It is something that you can put together at the last minute, and I'm going to tell you today how we're going to make this. First thing you need is a spring-form pan, a well-greased. This is a 9-inch spring-form pan. You also need 4 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips, which is equivalent to 2 bags. I think this size bags, we all have them in the grocery store. Then you're going to need 5 beaten eggs, 2 sticks of melted butter, and a tablespoon of Grand Marnier orange liqueur. The first thing that we're going to do is to melt the sticks of butter. I just melt mine in the microwave. So we're going to get these 2 sticks of butter nice and melted. And once I put it in the microwave, I put it in for maybe 50 seconds and then stir it and just keep checking it until it's nice and melted. The cake we're cooking requires a spring-form pan. This pan, you can find it anywhere. I've seen them in the grocery store. You can get them at Walmart, Kmart, Target, or if you want to go fancy, you can get it at Williams-Sonoma. But it's going to have a hinge because when the cake is done, we're going to want to release it, and the cake will stand separately. You will need a well-greased spring-form pan for this recipe. Okay, the 2 sticks of butter I have melted in the microwave, and now I'm going to add my chocolate chips to the butter. It's just 2 cups, and we're just going to stir, and it will start to melt because the butter is hot. I am going to probably have to put it back into the microwave just for a little bit to get it to melt some more. And I'm going to add the remaining 2 cups, because remember there were 2 cups in each bag. And you just want to stir it all up, and then we're going to stick it back in the microwave and get this chocolate all melted, and then I'll show you the next steps. Okay, the chocolate is now all melted. We had the 2 sticks of butter, 4 cups of chocolate chips, which we have melted, and it smells wonderful, this chocolate mixture does. Now, we have 5 beaten eggs that we need to add to the chocolate. We need to be really careful that you don't add the beaten eggs directly to the warm chocolate, because the eggs would scramble. So I have a little trick where I add just a little of the chocolate mixture at a time and mix it in with the eggs. And that way your eggs don't cook, because you don't want the eggs to start to cook. So we're kind of slowly bringing the temperature of the eggs, gradually bringing them to the same temperature as the chocolate, and not suddenly to where they will start to scramble, and then the dessert would be ruined and you'd have to start all over. So you just want to gradually add that until now our egg mixture and our chocolate mixture are about the same temperature. But just to be on the safe side, we're going to add a little more, because I don't want to ruin this great chocolate and butter I have over here. Okay, I think we're probably good to add this now to the rest of the chocolate. And I'm just going to add it in. That was 5 eggs that we've now added to the 2 sticks of melted butter and the 4 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And we're just going to stir this until it all mixes well together. And then we're going to add a tablespoon of the Grand Marnier liqueur. And it'll be ready to go into the oven. It will cook at a temperature of 350 degrees. This cake does not cook for very long. You are only going to cook it 15 to 18 minutes. And when the 18 minutes is up and it's time to pull the cake out, you're going to think, no, the recipe's wrong, I've got to leave it in here longer. It still looks jiggly in the middle. It doesn't look done. But it is done because it's going to go into the refrigerator for 6 hours to chill before you want to serve it. And so it will set up. But you want your cake, it's going to be real shiny and glossy on the top. But trust me, the first time I made it, I left it in a little bit longer because I kept thinking, surely it's not done. And it turned out fine, but it would have been much creamier if I would have taken it out at the appropriate time. So now you just pour it into your 9-inch greased springform pan. And got to make sure we get all this because this is so good you don't want to leave any behind. It's really that simple. It's ready to go in the oven, again, 350 degrees for 15 to 18 minutes. Okay, the cake is out of the oven. As you can see, it's real shiny on top. And see, it's jiggling. I mean, you're going to think that it's not done. But it is, because as it goes into the refrigerator, it's going to chill, and that butter and all that, it will harden, and it will be creamy and delicious. So it goes into the refrigerator for 6 hours, and then it's ready to serve. And I will show you, you can do shaved chocolate on top, you can sprinkle powdered sugar, but I'll show you some different things we can do when we're ready to serve.